Dude, where you been?
It's a volume knob.
How about that?
Yeah.
What is that?
You turn it up, dude.
I have no idea why it would be down.
Fucking maybe Roddy did it.
Fucking Rodney.
How you been, bro?
Cruising.
What's good?
Busy.
Touring?
Did we start?
Yeah, you're on.
Fuck yeah. No more donkey dick talk.
No more donkey dick talk.
That.
Okay.
That was brother donkey dick talk. Me on top of a donkey.
Did it? You didn't know the donkey. That's
No.
not your donkey.
No, we were eating on a restaurant in Quito, and that's like the backyard of the restaurant. It's like a huge farm, and I was with few friends, and I saw a donkey, and I started petting him. I have seen videos on a lot of people like being dicks to donkeys, and they will fuck you
Yeah,
up.
don't be a dick to a donkey.
No, so I just pet him. I told him what's up. I asked him if it was okay to get on top. And then
Wait. You asked the donkey for
I
consent
did.
to ride him, and he
I,
was like,
I
yeah.
said, "Can I get on top, bud?" And he was like, kind of like, "Yeah, sure." And then, funny enough, my manager called me and he offered me a fight, and I did the whole fighting conversation on top of a donkey.
On top of a donk.
I couldn't make this up if I wanted.
No,
to.
I know you wouldn't. I know you too well
And
that you didn't
there's
make
a-
up the fact that you rode a donk that you didn't know.
Well dressed and everything. Fuck yeah, that was fun. And he ride me around. Like I would like move him left and right, and we get a little.
He gave you a little.
We gallop a little.
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, he gave you a little get up. All right, sick. Cool.
Strong as little
Of course,
donkey.
dude. Of course you rode a donkey that you don't own. But I also was like, yeah, you for sure own donkeys in fucking El
Yeah.
Salvador, the land of Bitcoin. That's you bought your donkey with Bitcoin.
For whatever the fuck I am. You can buy them in El Salvador with Bitcoin. It's a thing out there.
Donkeys.
No, it's a Bitcoin.
Yeah, you buy anything with Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder if there's a donkey trade in El Salvador.
I'm pretty
And
sure.
you can Bitcoin.
I'm sure you can pay a donkey with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Can we check the facts on that, Johnny?
I'm Googling it now. We'll see what happens.
Do you want to go in on a donkey? Do you know how you can do that? You can be like, oh, pitch in for this elephant. We'll save this elephant. You know?
Yeah.
If it's not like too much, I'll buy a donkey with you.
I buy a donkey, yeah.
What do you want to name it? It's got to be some hard ass, like, it can't be a white guy name. You got to hit it.
Victor.
Victor.
With K.
But with a B and a K.
Yeah, no
Victor.
B.
No, a B.
and K.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Victor
the
with
donk.
B and K.
Victor the donk.
Looks like your standard donkey's going for about $2,000.
Shit.
American.
American, U.S.
I'll throw in a rack, dude.
Yeah, one rack each, and we keep it in the backyard.
Fuck. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm sure there's no problem getting those fucking donkeys over here. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So we can start the podcast?
Yeah.
All right. So I've been good. This is the first year in 23 years that we will not be doing a bus tour
Why?
because it's because we've been doing bus tours for 23 years, right? Like not even 23 years. The first 10 years we're in a fucking van, 15 passenger van, right? With 15 dudes. And then the last 10, 13, whatever, we're in a bus. We got a new booking agent. And he was just like, yo, you guys are gone every summer for 3 months. You do it. It's dope. You've built a community. Your fans fucking love it. You all have families. Let's just pause for 1 year. Just do festivals. We'll do one festival a month for the year. You guys can take all of August off and be home with your families in the summertime for the first time. And let me just kind of get shit. You know, we don't want to saturate fucking the United States when we do the same thing over and over. I know some people are going to be bummed because that's like literally what they do. There's families that hit us up and they're like, this is what we do every summer is we go see the Dirty Heads, but we're going to write an album. We're going to spend time with our families and then we're going to hit it next year like crazy, crazy hard. So I'm chilling this year and it's
good.
fucking nice, but I
Okay.
don't know if I'm going to freak out at one point and be like, I have to get the fuck out of here.
Probably.
Do you feel that way? Because you travel a lot too, but like sometimes even my wife is like, you need to leave. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, because that's been your life.
Yeah.
You prep, you go. I mean, and now that I know few musicians, bro, do 2 concerts a day for 10 days. gotta be some fucking exhausting because I have to. I mean, fighting is fucking gnarly, but I fight one time, and I have 3 4 months before the next one.
Mm.
So at some point, it's like I'm not fighting every night for 2 months
Mm.
and performing
Mhm.
your energy. I mean, there's gotta be some sort of like you gotta dig deep to like put a smile and put it on the show.
Yeah, it's not, if people are, oh my god, touring so fucking hard, it's not hard physically. It's more hard, like when you said energy, it's more hard when, say, some shit's going on at home or you're sick, right? I don't fucking feel good. I'm sick as fuck. I have the flu, or some shit just went bad at home, and it's like my anxiety, I'm sad, I'm depressed, or something like that, and fucking the show starts, and you gotta fucking ding ding ding, dance monkey dance, right? You gotta like snap out of that and realize that there's 5,000, 10,000 people there that work their ass off to get there, and you have to be in a good fucking mood and entertain them. That's fine with me. I'll fucking as soon as I step foot on stage, that shit goes away anyway. But sometimes leading up to it, or when you get home from those 3 months, you're playing 5 nights a week, get a couple days off here or there. Touring is dope. I come back more fit from tour now that I don't party than when I leave, because it's like there's catering 3 times a day. I work out all fucking day. You're in the sun, whatever. But when I get home, my like social entertaining battery is just shot.
Or
I just need 2
drain it.
weeks to just not talk to nobody.
But it's because you drain it.
Yeah.
You drain it for
Yeah.
a few months, and
Yeah.
now you're like, oh,
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, that's
But-
cool though.
But now that you got this summer off,
Mhm.
you're gonna be itching crazy to do
Mhm. It's like a pirate, dude. We're like land pirates, right? And we're fucking always gone.
it. What you're planning to do or to handle it? Because you gotta find something that drain you a little bit every day, because you're gonna be craving it. Like when fight's over, you're like,
When we get the donkey, I'll do some weird shit with the donkey. The donkey can,
you gonna make
if we
it
get a female
jump.
donkey, it'll drain me every day.
Okay, they do that in South America.
I think they do that in Tijuana.
You have watched it?
Have I watched it?
Yeah.
On the internet. No, I know what you're saying. So we're recording an album.
Right now.
Yeah, and that shit's my favorite. I could be in the studio 365 days. I love it. I fucking love it, because you're in the studio, listening to music, writing, coming up with ideas, building worlds. Like, it's all creative. There's fucking nobody in there. There's me and Duddy and our producer, and some of the guys come in. It's just like, I enjoy it so much, and it's so weird. So I grew up skating, right? And we would make skate videos, and you would do your part, and you'd pick the music, and you'd do the edit, right? And you'd work on all these tricks, and you'd try, and you'd try, and you try, and you try, and you try, and you try, and you'd stick the trick, and you would get there's a certain feeling that you would get when you finally stick this trick, right? I get that feeling from when we finish a song. I'm like, the song finished, and the way I like it, I'm like, fuck. That felt, we've just made something from nothing, and it fucking bangs, or it's gonna touch somebody, or like it's in an emotional way, or something like that. Like, there's just creating something from nothing that I love, and just the whole process. And I don't know, just being in the studio is the shit. So, but it doesn't drain me too much, So we'll see. It's the first time. But I'm stoked to be home and do like beach days. I haven't done a beach day at home.
Years.
Yeah, with my kids and the homies, and go surf, then hang out with the kids and go surf again, whatever. Like, I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the soul and putting the family together, because sometimes I feel like same thing. You're from camp to camp, and when you're in camp, it's like twice a day in the gym, recovery, and then you look back and you're like, fuck, I haven't, did like the family thing.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, sure, because that's the day that normal people take off and everything. But then you go, when you have more space between fights, you get to know like, oh, I've been doing a lot more, and it feels good because, there's some time that you gotta give to the kids, especially when they start growing up. Your kids are growing up too,
Yeah.
just like mine. So, at some point, you want that to be more circular, more like put energy into that, and that's gonna help write more later on, perform better, because you're gonna like internally is gonna help to get better and grow too.
100%, 100%. Like everything. Well, luckily I went through a bunch of bullshit the last couple of years, and I remember my manager was like, "Yo, I know you're going through a bunch of bullshit. I know you're like, this is a really hard time in your life, but like, imagine the songs that you're gonna be able to write." And he was right. I got mad material, right? So if I'm sitting home and we weren't writing an album, and I was just dicking off, hanging out with my kids, you know, doing beach days and like taking some time off, which is fine because I don't necessarily believe in. There's so much hustle culture and grind, and you gotta fucking grind, you gotta hustle culture, all this shit. Like, fuck that, dude. We used to live in like packs of 150 people and eat berries and fish and fuck in a meadow and then go to sleep, right? Like,
True.
A couple thousand years ago. That's not that far away.
Yeah.
So
True.
I'm doing it. There's a means to an end, right? I don't want to grind all the time. I don't want to hustle. I want to fucking enjoy it because we're gonna fucking die, right?
Eventually.
You know, so it's like there's a balance of that. So if I was just sitting at home doing nothing this summer, okay, that's fine, but it's gonna make me more excited for next year. And then, but I don't know if we were writing, like, where's the material coming from? This is what fucked me up. Andre 3000 came out with a flute album. That's the most gangster fucking shit I've ever heard, right? He was like, no,
sick.
like, he's one of my favorite rappers of all time,
he
right?
went from rap to jazz.
Like, one of the best rappers of all time, one of my favorite rappers of all time. I still think if he wanted to, he would be up there with everybody. But he was like, no, I don't feel it. I don't have anything to write about. Then there's Lil Wayne, and he was like, I got mad shit to write about. So it just depends on, like,
Where you
are. And if you do have material, and, like, it's smart to fucking be like, fuck it, dude. I did what I wanted. I've done it, and now I like playing the flute. And he put out some flute shit. Was it the greatest thing ever? It reminded me of like video game home screens. I listened to it once.
I listened to it, and I was like, I can listen to
I was
this.
like, yeah, you put it on the background. I'm like, cool. But right now, we're 20 years in. It's pretty crazy that we're 20 years in, and we had a number 1 last year and a number 3 last year. That's pretty wild. But I don't want. That's what I want. I never wanted quick fame, and then you get to a point where you're just falling the fuck off, right? Like, I want the little engine that could slow and steady, and then we get to the top, and we're like, cool, we're done. Out. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. And or we'll play like we played with Incubus a couple years ago, and no, I'm sorry, Sublime with Rome played with Incubus, and I went and I saw them. They don't write new music. I love that. They just play the shit they just play the shit that we love, and they're like, cool, and they're fine with that. That's cool. You get to a point where, like, do you need to write new shit? It's not that good anymore. But for us, 23 years into it, our last album was one of the best albums we've ever put out numbers wise, right? I gauge it off of the fans at the show, but our label obviously gauges off of numbers, and both of those things were like, yo,
Last one was a banger.
last one was one of the best albums you've ever had, numbers wise and like just fan interaction wise. So,
And right now you're writing a new one.
bro, I'll show you some of this shit. I'll show you some of this shit.
I mean, when you sent me the last album before release, I was like, this is gonna do well.
And I'm pulling sounds from like UK garage and drum and bass, like bass music and shit, and then making it Dirty Heads. And we have the straightforward ones. We have the really beachy, fun, cute, fucking, whatever ones.
Like, you're in the way to surf. You're in fucking
yeah. We got it for everybody.
bro. Like when I'm training and in Pandora, I put like Dirty Heads radio. Some I have a list of radios I go. Some radios go like, oh, I put this radio and you went too far. When you go Dirty Heads radio,
yeah,
it stays on the station that you're mentioning.
Yeah, that you want.
And it's like, but that's what the albums do. You just put enough of the things that we like.
Yeah.
A little bit of hip hop, beachy vibes,
Yeah.
and the straight reggae.
Yeah.
That's
You play that, bro, you're going to break some fucking legs. You're going to hit somebody.
I'll be able to walk out to something like that.
You can walk out to that one?
Even if it's not released.
100%, bro.
Send me the file.
100%.
I'm going to go through it tonight.
100%. I'll clear that shit.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro.
Last time I walk out to vacation, I kill some motherfuckers. Oh, bro, that sounds
Imagine,
good.
dude.
Because
Imagine.
the song that I was planning to walk out, it's from Top Shakas.
Who?
Top Shakas.
Top Shakas?
Let me show you.
Like Shaka?
Yeah, he's a guy from. I'm guessing it's a guy from Hawaii. I'm sure he's from Hawaii.
Top Shakas.
The name is Cold Blooded Soldier.
Those guys?
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
those
those
guys.
are fucking.
He's a gnarly
those are
dude.
some fucking
Bro.
Chihu cholas, dude.
Bro.
Those are some Aloha assassins. Look at those fucking dudes. You don't fuck. Have you seen that? We'll talk about this in a second. The gorilla versus 100
Yeah.
humans.
Come on, baby.
This-
Never mind. Okay, whatever.
Go look them up.
That song is good.
It's like more on the like
But
they're
it's-
getting into hip hop.
At 37 seconds it starts.
Yeah.
So I need to go tell the UFC start here, start there.
Yeah,
But that starts right away.
yeah,
Because I'm all audio.
yeah. Oh, bro, you're gonna leg kick a security guard just out of just anger when you hear that shit. You're just gonna.
No,
fucking-
that's
you
good.
know what I'm saying?
I've been waiting for shit like that. And bro, it takes me so long to pick up a song. Because I love a lot of music.
Yeah,
But I need the song that
to get you in the right headspace.
hits from number 1 second.
Can you hear it when you're walking out, and does it like actually affect you,
Oh,
or you're
fuck it.
already in?
No,
You need it.
I need a good song to go, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Because there's a lot of music I like.
Yeah,
Like one of my favorite songs is Fast Life. I have the tattoo from Cool Year Rap.
yeah,
But the song, my part, what I like to walk out, if it's fighting related, it starts later on.
yeah,
I need the one that goes off the gate.
yeah, yeah. Which was when you walked out to vacation. I was like, this is hilarious. This is the last song I would think anybody would want to listen to when they're about to go take somebody's head off.
But I was vibing with that one for so long during camp
Yeah.
that I was like, and
Was
bro,
it the message behind it? Like, I
mean-
fucking love my job. I love doing this. This makes me fucking happy.
I'm on a
I'ma go-
vacation.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have obligation.
Yeah.
My job is the best in the world.
Yeah.
That's cool. But everything was put together.
All right.
It was just like,
I'm like, it's such a happy song. How could you want to fight somebody while you listen to
but
that?
I'm a happy person.
You're a happy guy, man.
So like for me it was like, it take me weeks. I go through my playlist and sometimes I end picking a song that I have never listened before. That I'm like, I've never listened to this song before. Never. Like it just came through, and I'm like, oh, this sounds. And sometimes I'm like, I don't give a fuck what they're saying. I speak Spanish. I can play dumb.
Oh, bro, I've been listening to Japanese hip hop because I'm just sick of American hip hop. I've been listening to Japanese hip hop. It fucking slaps. I don't know what they're saying, and I like it better
This Jason, my
because I
manager,
don't know what they're saying.
He brought this Japanese kid Tatsuro to train with me for a while, and I'm like, show me some reggae, because we were talking about music, and I was like, this is Bob Marley from Japan. It
Yeah.
sounds like him, but on their language. And
They-
I'm like, this is.
Have you
I
been
like-
there?
I've been in Okinawa.
It's the shit, dude. They take everything everybody's got and then make it better. There's a full lowrider culture over there that's crazy. There's a full dready culture that's crazy. They're the amount of subcultures that are in Japan, but they do it really well. You're like, fuck it.
Mr. Cartoon was telling me, I mean, not him, his people I heard from, that his impact in Japan, there's a full on graffiti, cholos from Japan, bro, and they dress. I'm like, I want these guys' clothes.
Yeah.
Like they're like low rider, top to bottom graffiti. I'm like, fuck, this is a big influence.
But they do it better. Like we go to the t-shirt factory, right, and get your flannels and your dickies and everything and fucking keep them creased. But they do it, but they just look cooler. Japanese people just look cooler
They
and
make
shit.
clothes.
Their denim's better. Their clothes, everything they do or they steal or culture. I don't give a fuck. They
It's
just
the
do it
best.
better, and it's cool. And I love that there's so many little subcultures when you go to Japan. You can see them all, and you're like, damn, they're deep as fuck in it. You know?
Bro, if you everybody have told me, once you go to the main city in Japan, you're gonna be like, wow, from cars to clothes to food. I'm like,
Yeah, you'll love it.
I want to go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in August again for a couple weeks, and the first time we went, we got off the plane and we're on the way to our hotel, and there was just 12 of the most fucking perfect decked out lowriders with the lights on the bottom and fucking hydraulics, and they were listening to like super fucking gangster rap, and it was just these Japanese guys with bandanas and fucking flannels buttoned up, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh yeah, there's those, then there's the greasers, then there's the fucking Jamaican dudes, then and then there's like the punk kids, and they just fucking go hard. It's wild over there.
Even if you watch like Fast and Furious have like 1,000 movies, but if you go Tokyo, the Tokyo one,
yeah, the Tokyo Drift,
it's sick.
I've never seen one Fast and Furious
I'm
movie.
a Fast and Furious, so I saw them all.
All right, I'll go.
But if you go from one to Tokyo, the way the cars are in the garage, the way they do the illegal racing, you go like, fucking Japan is cool.
They do shit better, man. They do shit better. Because they give a fuck. It's like it's in the culture how they grow up. Like if I'm going to do something, I'm gonna do it the best. If I'm gonna make fucking noodles, I'm gonna make it the best. If I'm gonna make denim, I'm gonna make it the best.
That's my favorite food.
Oh, hands down, Japan.
When I'm in camp, I go almost full on Japanese.
Dude, they're having something where they're not having enough kids, and you could buy a house in Japan for like $30,000. I'm on an Instagram account called cheaphouses.com, and they're fucking the sickest Japanese style homes. They're kind of in the countryside, but you could buy one for like $25,000, $30,000. Perfect.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny
We could get donkeys, buy a house in Japan, raise donkeys, do your camps, all set up a studio,
and we move to Japan. My algorithm is all houses in Tuscany, bro. When I see prices out there, I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. There's like compounds, like the king used to live there, fucking rock houses for $100,000.
Exactly. Like, same shit.
I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, why are we not doing this?
Like, is the rich people like paying attention to this? Because it's just...
I think you're just in the middle of fucking nowhere. Which to me, that I don't care.
I'm about that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to fucking see the sunset and fucking kick back with some natural wine and just kick it back and see the beautiful sunsets out there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm all about.
Pet your donkey.
Pet the
drink
donkey.
Some wine. John knows what I'm talking about. I've gotten this debate. I want to hear it. It's all over the fucking internet. I usually don't pay attention. I when I'm home, I kind of delete Instagram. But there's this thing about one gorilla versus 100 dudes, and everybody was like, dudes would, humans would fucking fail, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what kind of humans are you thinking about though? Like, if it's Costco dads in Crocs, like, yeah, a gorilla's gonna kill 100 fucking human beings. Fuck them first. But then I was like, what if it's just a couple linebackers came on the tour bus. Sean, our keyboard player, was friends with a couple of these linebackers. They came on our tour bus. I'm fucking 6'3". I can stand up in our tour bus and put my hands up and touch the fucking ceiling, right? These linebackers came into the fucking tour bus, and their heads couldn't stand up and they were fucking giant. And I was like, these dudes ruled the world at one point. If I was in a village and I was the little bard and I played my little songs and I had some goats and some sheep, and those dudes rolled in with a club and an axe, I'd be like, then they're like, I'm gonna take your wife and your sheep and then that's it. And I go, okay,
you go for it.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou, like those motherfuckers. Like you see big heavyweights.
Yeah.
If it's 100 of the most fucking deadly humans, or like some big ass Polynesian motherfuckers, right? 100 of those against a gorilla, and you're gonna gouge the gorilla's eyeballs out. You're gonna fucking bite all this shit.
Pull his dick out.
Pull his dick, do whatever. And I was like, man, we got a chance. And then today, my homie sent me a video of 3 gorillas fighting each other in a fucking zoo. We'd be dead. Nobody.
My question is like, are the 100 dudes? Let's say we pick all the gnarlies,
the deadliest guys on the planet.
Yeah, like Navy SEALs.
Yeah, you gotta
UFC fighters.
Even it.
Are they gonna have some sort of weapons? Like, okay,
supposedly not. That's
of course, not guns, but medieval people or like the back in the day people, axes.
Yeah, spears, rocks. We're still the dominant species, so
If he's with like
just
axes,
hands,
just hands. Fuck, I don't know.
Can you find the one of the 3 gorillas, like gorilla fight? And then I read like their skin is fucking like leather, their bones is like I was team fucking human until this video I saw today of 3 fucking gorillas.
If it's just hands, I don't think so, because we can buy that hard. And those
No,
guys,
you can't bite that hard, right? We don't have, but 100 Polynesian dudes fucking dog piling on the thing and then poking its eyeballs out.
I mean, if they can get him down, like just
They can lift like 4,000 pounds. It says. Dude, it's fucking,
yeah. No, I don't think. I don't think it's
we
doable.
can. I don't think it's doable.
A tiger maybe
Yeah, you could get the tiger down and fucking
with 100.
grab
dudes.
its windpipe. I don't think you
this
could.
might not be the same one. This is like
It's not, but look at those fucking
gorillas fighting
things,
in
dude.
Rwanda.
Yeah, no, I think we lost that one. And look their mouths. Dude. They got like they can eat your head.
No, it was one where they were in a zoo and they were just like units, dude. They were the biggest fucking gorillas
And those
I've
are
ever
kind
seen.
of small.
Yeah.
But look at the sponges, bro.
And I feel like they could just break your bones like just with a squeeze.
Yeah,
Like, look at that guy.
I don't think so, bro. I mean, that guy's chilling there, bro.
Shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not winning this one.
I don't know. Do you think about some?
Let me see if I can
Yeah,
find that.
I don't
worry
think
about
so.
it. You don't think so?
I don't. I mean, if we have axes and knives, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if that
I don't think
motherfucker
so.
gets mad, bro,
No, you're fucked.
maybe in a small
Oh,
room.
dude, this guy does like a spinning fucking back kick.
Look at that.
Oh wow!
Dude, especially if gorillas know karate.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those things, bro. They'd be just be ripping your arms off and fucking eating your face. Look at the fucking size of those guys.
What they have in their hands?
But they look uncoordinated. That's my thing. They look real sloppy. You know,
but
they got no
power.
technique, bro.
They got power,
I know,
dude. Even if you punch him,
But
in the mouth,
100 dudes is a lot of fucking dudes. That's 100 people. 100 big old fucking
jump down
just
like 20
weapons.
And what if the gorilla gets tired too?
What?
He killed 50. He gets tired as fuck.
He's tired as fuck.
Them the other 50 come fucking already angry, bloody.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about dudes that are like scared. I'm talking about dudes that are like, I'm willing to die.
Roddy will do it.
Yeah,
Who?
Roddy do it.
Roddy.
Who's
His
Roddy?
partner.
He'll kill a gorilla? He'll fight a gorilla?
Pull a picture of Roddy.
Is he a little guy? Is he a big
Sure his
guy?
orbital is fixed.
He's a fucking unit of a fucking weapon, dude. I think one Roddy will fucking fix 100 men.
Yeah.
Pull an image up here.
If he's shirtless, better.
We'll get the shot of him with Callan going. I like that.
Let me see. See, there you go. That's Roddy Tawatabai.
That little guy?
Bro, he's so strong, bro.
Is he really?
Yeah, he can wrestle too. Look that guy. Look those abs, bro. He might.
Is he just an absolute weapon?
Bro, he will kill all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you never know.
Yeah.
He's just a
We'll
beast.
get Roddy in with the 100 guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we just need 99 others.
He's just not that tall? Because that comedian guy's not that big, right?
No,
That Brian Callen guy?
he's like what, 5'6"?
He's
I
just
don't know.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, Brian?
No, you're Roddy,
Oh, Roddy?
homie. Yeah.
You know
He
Roddy.
was at the Angels game with us.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I almost spit my water.
I didn't know I should be so fucking scared of him, dude. He's so
Yeah.
nice. He was such a nice guy.
He's the best guy.
He was so nice.
That's when I pulled it off. No, we need like Navy SEALs, Ngannou, John Jones, linebackers.
Yeah, just big old football dudes.
Guys
Rugby guys, like the All Blacks. Like imagine just all those fucking New Zealand rugby guys, those Maori guys.
Oh, they don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
fuck no, dude.
They play with no protection
No, they
too.
don't give a
This guy's
shit.
got pretty quick hands.
Look at
Oh,
that,
bro, a
dude.
sprawl to the uppercut.
Wait, you guys see that initial move? Look at that.
It, bro, they just break you.
Yeah.
They would snap you for sure. You get snapped.
Oh.
No, yeah, they're gnarly. Dude.
No, that's just like steel. They're
Who
just,
who fucking create the fucking thing? Like who
The
came
one
up
man
with-
versus
Yeah,
gorilla?
who came up with the
No.
idea? That's a fucking crazy one.
You know what was? You know what? This is like. It probably sucked to live in the Roman times, but the cool thing about the Roman times is if this was like going around as like just a word of mouth trend, the emperor would be like, "We got to do that in the Colosseum," and you'd get to see it.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? But it would
today-
be a bunch of prisoners and they just get fucked up.
which is fucked up.
But
too.
instead of seeing you guys, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? Instead of seeing like that is the UFC is the equivalent of like the Coliseum back in the days, right? So we'd be like, oh yeah, no, we get to see 100 prisoners fight a gorilla. Like they did that shit.
I'm sure they did that. I mean,
Yeah.
at least with lions.
Yeah, lions and tigers, bears and shit.
Apparently, Mr. Beast posted on Twitter asking for 100 male volunteers to take on a gorilla. I think that's where
Oh.
it's been posted before, but I guess this is why it like surged in popularity.
He was.
recently.
I
Oh,
think-
he's a big online dude, huh?
yeah.
I
big
think he
online
was
dude.
trying to do like an actual real video of it.
But they would die. He'd get.
That's why
Are they
he-
in pads and shit like that? Like, wait, no, there's no way you could.
I-
You'd have to be in a bear suit.
I think he actually kind of like a step back because he has the money to rent the gorilla and to pay the guys. And I'm sure legally there's something you can do, but it's gonna bring too much backlash.
That'd be insane. I want to see it though.
Fucking Mr. What? Mr. What?
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
He does a lot of that shit though, right?
Yeah,
like he
he's, like,
pays
one of the
people to
biggest
do crazy
influencers.
shit.
He's fucking million.
Massive.
He can do it, yeah. I mean, I watch it.
I would watch
I
it.
pay the pay-per-view.
I would pay pay-per-view.
But if they do a pay-per-view of that might make the right numbers.
It would make.
Can you legally do that?
No,
I can
because
find-
people would die.
Yeah, but
Dudes
if
would
you-
die.
If you sign the waiver,
Yeah, but you can't have a fucking event, a sports event where the dudes are
no,
gonna
you
die,
just
like knowingly die.
you just get a link and stream it. It's like porn.
Do it in Russia. They don't give a fuck.
I mean, you can do it in England.
You think so? Why England?
Like not
What-
England, but
what-
like you know where the places you can go and shoot guns.
England? They
Is
got
that called
knives.
England?
England?
No, England. Like
Inland?
Go to like the desert and some shit like that.
Yeah, inland.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Can you do the things like that?
Just inland California, like
Yeah, like-
Riverside,
Where
like the desert.
yeah, like you know when you're driving to Vegas and you get into
Yeah.
the exit and you find like
The middle of nowhere.
100 miles of nothing.
Yeah.
You can if you can shoot guns legally there, you can probably.
Yeah, but you couldn't kill a guy.
That's true. No, but it's a fight, sanction.
A sanctioned fight with
Yeah.
a fucking gorilla.
Yeah.
But the gorilla can't be like, yeah, I'll fight 100 guys.
The
Just to let everybody know, like if we went to lunch, half of our conversations are like this, where I don't understand what he's saying, and I'm like, England? You want to go to England? You can't take a gorilla and 100 guys to England, and then
Well,
I figure it out,
yeah,
and then it's great.
England.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean
inland.
England.
Yeah. No, no, I don't think so, buddy.
What about if you own the land?
Maybe.
Let's get a farm.
Like
I
a
just think
smoker.
I just think the dudes
Like a smoker,
dying
yeah.
is gonna be the thing
Yeah, but if they sign a waiver,
that I
isn't the waivers for that? If you go to the gym and
or like on a roller coaster or some shit like that.
it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Like
I
if
don't
you're
know.
lifting weights in 24-hour fitness and something hit your head, you sign a waiver.
Sure.
Or you
Let's
go
just
to
get
the,
some waivers and make it happen. Hit up Mr. Beeps. I'm sure you know somebody that knows him.
or we can do it ourselves. How much is to rent a gorilla?
It's a good question.
You pay 20 grand to the 100 dudes. You can take a loan for that. You stream it for $100. Dude, you make cash.
Yeah, we just have to do it on the dark web.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
exactly. Where you
yeah.
can see the cartel videos and shit.
Yeah.
Then you need a waiver.
Then you don't need a waiver.
Everybody
right?
wears a mask.
Yeah. Do they get pads?
Football pads.
Football pads are not gonna fucking make a difference.
I mean, you brought it up.
Football helmet and football
Football
pads.
helmets, there's big shoulders,
Okay.
and maybe on the what about like the metal things that people used to go to work back in the day? How you call that?
Shit.
Shields.
Armor.
Armor. Yeah, I was
there-
like, my brain just stopped. I was like, wait, I'm gonna.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm,
you're
I'm
rubbing off on me,
striking
dude.
out on gorilla rentals.
That would actually be hilarious if there was 100 knights in armor fighting a gorilla.
Then you're safe.
I don't think so, dude.
If they
I think you would just crush the armor into your chest, and then that would break your bones, and you'd just be a fucking goop inside of your. And you can't move in them things.
yeah.
You ever
Well,
see them? You ever see there's a UFC,
There's Russia, yeah.
the
they do.
Night UFC. Have you seen that shit?
It's gnarly.
Pretty sick.
We watched that, right?
Yeah,
did.
where they fucking whack dudes with fucking. But it's all like trips. It's all like judo.
Yeah,
You know, I
but
wanna see
those
more.
things hurt.
No shit. You go to the Renaissance Fair? Have you ever been to the Renaissance Fair?
No.
We're going next weekend. You want to go to the Renaissance Fair with me?
What is that?
The Renaissance Fair is think of like Comic-Con, right? You know what Comic-Con is? Everybody cosplays as their favorite anime character or their comic book character, whatever, right? So the Renaissance Fair is, they do it in Irwindale, and it's like it's at a big park, and it's like, you know what medieval times is? So it's like medieval times, but outside, and there's booths, and everybody dresses up like elves and wizards, and there's hot cosplay chicks, and yeah, it's shit like this. But you can walk around. Is this a Renaissance Fair? Yeah. Here you go. And there's chicks with big ass titties, and they fucking shake their titties in your face when you tip them. Huzzah! And you day drink and shit. It's a fucking blast, dude. You step back in time. It's like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones shit.
Oh shit.
It's so much fun. Every person I've ever brought there is like, I will do this every year. All my two cool friends back in the day were like, no, you're a fucking nerd. And I was like, yeah, I am a nerd, but come to the Renaissance Fair. I've been going forever since I was a kid. I remember driving in our 15-passenger van. My friends are doing cocaine at 10 in the morning on the way to the Renaissance Fair.
Sounds like
we
a
get there.
fucking day.
Everybody they only sell mead, black and tans, like everybody was smashed by 1 o'clock, having the best time of their fucking lives, and now everybody goes every time.
How far is this from here?
It's like 40 minutes up to 605. They got dudes in the fucking what the fuck's it called? The you know, when you get in trouble back in the day,
really?
right? And you can fucking throw tomatoes at his face and shit.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it's fucking fun. And he talks shit. He'll talk shit. Oh, you can't.
Can you? Did they throw the? They didn't throw the fucking axe on them, right?
No, on the guillotine. No
guillotine.
No, there's no guillotine. But you used to be able to throw tomatoes at the dude's face, and you would talk shit, call your wife ugly and shit like that. And I was with the girlfriend that I had at the time. She used to play softball in college, and she had a fucking arm. She was underhanding it at this dude's face, and he stopped. He was like, stop. But he was calling her fat and shit like this. You fucking, you had too many turkey legs, da. And she was just pinning him to this dude's fucking face. He pulled out. He's like, no more. I can't.
Softball fucking people can
She was fucking firing him at this guy. Yeah, dude, it's dope. We should go to the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
You would be hilarious at the Renaissance Fair. You'd love it.
Can I get
Bring the kids.
Can I get a dress for that?
We should dress up like wenches.
Let me see how the winches look like. I want to do that on the horse too.
Wenches.
That's not
Oh
bad.
yeah, that's not.
No. Where's the there? It's like
This
shit
one?
like that. Yeah. Yeah, they have little shows. They have like 18 and over shows. It's all the beer wenches at and there's a fucking bar every 100 yards.
So you get fucked up.
It's the Renaissance Pleasure Fair. It's actually like you can bring your kids, but it's like kind of horny. It is. It's like the whole thing is kind of horny.
I mean, in those times it was like that.
Super horny.
People were just drunk and fucking and killing the weekends.
Yeah, kill.
I mean, isn't what Vikings do? Get drunk, eat mushrooms, fuck someone's wife, and go kill the next day?
Dude.
Pretty much.
Fuck, I'm fighting in 4 weeks. I probably have to go to the next one.
The Renaissance Fair? It's the last one is this weekend.
Oh, it's the last one.
We can go next year.
Yeah,
And you can bring the kids. It's fun.
I can do a family day.
I don't drink. I don't do mushrooms.
No, I know you.
You
I
can
know
go with
you.
me. We'll be sober together.
You've been good.
Kids will love it.
How did that change for you when you stopped the fully party?
I was freaking out, dude.
How much did that help?
I was
And-
freaking
But
out.
at the beginning, it's hard, right?
Yeah, I was freaking out. I thought I wasn't going to be creative. I thought I wasn't going to be able to sing. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do shows. And then once I got through like the fucking hard part of it, shows got more enjoyable because I was present. Because you think you're present and you're having drinks, but it's fake. It's muted still. Like the nerves the nerves are taken off, and yeah, okay, that's fine. But like then you're having more and more, and then you're just getting dry. At the end, I was just fucking smashed all the time and eating pills and shit. So it's like everything was foggy. My memories of all these shows were foggy. It's like I wasn't even really enjoying them. So when I finally did get sober and like I'm present at these shows, so when I'm looking out and I take a break, I'm like, just take a breath and like see everybody out there and like enjoying them. I'm like, fuck, it just hits harder, so I'm actually enjoying myself more now. And obviously the creative process hasn't got fucked up because we've been doing better and better,
It was for the good.
Well, fuck yeah. And then I see the boys and I see the homies and I see the other bands. It's like we're 40 now, like I'll see them partying backstage and shit. Then I'll see them the next day and like, they're hurting, dude. And I already got my workout in. I'm fucking,
It's a better way to live.
It's like, dude, I did it. I did. We partied harder than fucking most people will in their entire lives because it was our job. Nobody gave a fuck. It was like, that's what you do. You entertain. I entertain on stage, then I get off stage, and then I entertain, you know? And so, like, we're going out. You're going to be out with me for the next 4 days. You're never coming home, blah, blah, blah. So got sober, and I think I have more fun. I can dip when I want to when shit gets lame, and then I wake up in the morning. I don't feel bad. It doesn't fuck up with the creative process at all. It was just hard to kick that because the culture I grew up in, surfing, skating, all that shit, you're just drinking 40s, smoking, like everything you did revolved around kind of getting fucked up, you know? So it was such a big part of my life that was scary. Like, I'm never going to be able to fucking get fucked up ever again. And now I don't. I'll go to the gym, I'll work out. There's other ways to, you know? And like, I got to say, man, I did a bunch of plant medicine too, like some big boy shit to get through my struggles and the, you know, kind of depression and shame and anxiety that comes with all that shit. Being sober it's almost more psychedelic. Like living real raw life when crazy shit happens, whether it's good or bad, is like the most fucking psychedelic shit. Or just when the universe kind of lines things up and you're like, did that really fucking happen? But it did because you're sober and you know it happened and it wasn't the mushrooms and it wasn't this and it wasn't fucked up. You're like, this is fucking wild. Life is way more weird and psychedelic when you're sober.
Where when you did ayahuasca?
I did iboga. So ayahuasca they call the grandmother, and iboga they call the grandfather, and it's like way more straight to the point. Like, it fucking kicked my ass. It was like, listen, motherfucker, you know, spanked me on my ass, told me what the fuck was up, and then sent me on my way. It was not like I'm seeing shit. It's really psychedelic visions, and like I gotta kind of decipher what's going on. Iboga's like telling you in your fucking brain, like, yo, this is what happened. This is you, makes you look in the mirror, and you don't want to see all that shit, right? And admit to yourself, but then it'll show you why. I didn't have like any memories of my childhood at all, and I thought it was just because I was a stoner and I drank and I had bad fucking, you know, I just got bad memory. It played my whole childhood like a movie, dude. And I was like, I was a scared little dude, you know? And then that's why I looked for attention. And then I tried to figure out these coping mechanisms of trying to get attention because I wanted to feel loved and accepted and da-da-da. But I love that shit because that made me get in a band because I wanted attention. Now I don't need the attention. I don't fucking want it. I want to do this podcast because I like you, but like I don't want to be a celebrity or anything. That sounds fucking terrible, right? I just want to play music, and the live shows are cool, but like all the shit made me who I am, and all the suffering and all that shit, and I love that, and that's cool, right? But it shows you that shit, and it fucking hurts to see, dude, and it hurts to admit that the truth you're a liar, and you lie about shit to try and be cool, and you were fucking fake, and you were this, and you were scared, and you did it, and you're just like, oh, why? You're a fraud, and you're just like getting bombarded with every insecurity you've ever had, and you're just like, why did I do this? And then you eat more medicine, you're just fucking freaking out. And then at the end, it kind of explains it to you to where you're like, oh shit, okay, it was cause and effect. And then you stop blaming yourself, and then you're just like cool with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like you're cool with yourself.
That's
like, I don't need you, I don't need my wife, I don't need my kids. And that sounds weird to say, right? I don't need them to make me happy, but they're like the cherry on top of everything because I finally became cool with myself. Right?
Accepting everything on you.
Yeah, I just hated myself forever, but I didn't know. I didn't hate myself, but I wasn't cool with, you know, who I was, and I should be better or cooler or this or that. Like, self-acceptance, basically.
On your own skin. You weren't good in your own skin.
Yeah, I just always, you know, I don't know. I think a lot of people go through it, you know? You got to, like, you just have all this shit that you don't like about yourself, right? But you don't ever admit it, and you make excuses for it. And iboga does not let you do that, right? And then I did bufo, and I don't even know what happened with bufo. That's the frog DMT 5-MeO. That shit like broke me into a million pieces, and it took my anxiety and depression like through. I guess I stood up and was screaming. They had to hold me down and shit. Then I was crying for like an hour, and then like hugging myself, and then it released, and I was like, that was the most terrifying thing I've ever fucking done. I never want to do it.
I did DMT once, and you broke in pieces. You were like, you become like you become nothing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
like-
it wasn't like normal DMT. I've done normal DMT a bunch of times, and it can be fun, and you're in their world, and you're seeing geometry, and you're seeing entities, and there's a lady, and and it's nice, and you're like, oh, this is fucking cool. Bufo was like, I saw nothing. It was just red, and then I died, and it was fucking scary, and I wasn't ready, and it was just like, it was fucking terrifying, dude. The most terrifying thing I ever did, but then it brought me back, and, you know, same shit. It was all back to, like, self-acceptance, and then at the end of it, it basically told me, and, like, believe me or not, doesn't matter, I was on drugs. You know, like, or psychedelics. I think they're intelligent as fuck. In my personal opinion, I think they have consciousness. I think they're intelligent because it's insane that you can do 40 years of therapy in, you know, a couple nights on a boga, right? But it basically told me that, like, it knew that I had done a boga, and it, like, through the galactic DMV were like, yo, you did what with Jared? You talked to him? All right, check that out. It was like, yo, we can't do anything else for you. I checked with the other plant medicine. We talked. We showed you what's up. We put you on the path. We'll never cure you. This is not a cure. Plant medicine is not a cure for anything, but it's to show you what you can do and the path you can walk to become healed and healthier and shit.
It
So
led you to the way.
yeah, and it was like, you're done with plant medicine right now. And I was like, yup. And it was so fucking terrifying that, like, if you were like, you want a microdose right now? I'd be like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want to piss him off. I'm like, I'm
you
good.
go to the other side. I mean,
Yeah, it was the trenches, dude. It was an exorcism.
I want to do it. Either that or ayahuasca one time in my life. I just want to see it. I just want to see what's inside.
I feel like you do good though. I feel like you're like I feel like you are I'm sensitive as fuck, right? To everything, whether it's how I'm eating, you know, whatever. I'm just like very sensitive to shit. I feel like I've always admired it about you too. Like, I feel like you're kind of like fucking cast iron skillet up here, right? Like, I've been at your camps, you know, at Ruka, like, and I know, yeah, you try, you're human, I get that, but like, it seems like you're very level-headed, you're very confident. I feel like you would do well because you wouldn't. I overthink shit. And I never got the vibe that you like overthink all these things, right? You always just seem very strong-willed, mentally strong-willed.
We all do.
Yeah.
I do, but I just try to handle it the best I can.
Yeah.
So I can progress. And probably because I'm in a fucked up sport, you can be like overthinking. You can be too scared of, if I try this, or like I start like questioning, like, oh, I think I need to try this conditioning and try this kick. If you make it too much in your head, you're gonna eat shit.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like growing up wanting to be a fighter is like, you gotta figure it out how to keep this right.
Yeah.
But like everybody else, we all have insecurities, we all have ups and downs, and I just wanna see what.
Yeah,
it
I see
shows
that.
to me.
I just feel like you would do good with accepting what the fuck was happening. You'd be like, oh, this is hard, but this is what it is, and I feel like you'd accept it, and that's cool because when you fight back, it is the hard part. Iboga was ayahuasca's never called to me. Iboga was like it was made for me, right? I think certain plant medicines do well with other people, and you don't shit, and you don't throw up, and you might not even see visions. It might just be
revelations.
Yeah, just straight in. So I don't know. I don't know about like shitting and puking all night long and
I don't
just
like
seeing
puking.
crazy fucking visuals, you know?
I have friends that did it, and they told me like, bro, I saw hell, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
It's like I was swimming on fucking lava, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like to burn. I don't like burning alive. But then towards the end, they were like, dude, it was the most beautiful thing. I'm like, he sound like shit. But whatever you say, bro.
Sometimes you got to go there, you know? And I feel like that's life in general, right? Like, I know people that, like, haven't really had much bad things happen to them in their life. And that's fucking great. And I'm so glad. And I don't want bad things to happen to people, but you can tell. And then they might lose perspective, or it's easier for them to be like, I need more, and I want this, blah, blah, blah. And then I can see people that have been, like, to the bottom, right? And in the fucking gutter and the trenches. And that does make the good times a little bit better, because you know it's that yin and yang. Like, you got to go to the bottom to really enjoy the top, right? And if you've just been here the whole time,
you don't know
how much are you really enjoying it? You don't know, because you don't know how bad it could suck, and you don't know how good it could be, because you've always just had it pretty okay. And I feel like psychedelics kind of do that.
I mean, for most people that I know, like when they're being, they come from nothing, and once you achieve something, it's another level of like satisfaction with life in general.
100%.
You were like coming from nothing to something is the most special thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's just the best thing that can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's people that have stayed living in the mid line, and it's like, what's good on you? Like, you haven't touched the shit, but you also haven't touched the goal.
Yeah, you're not gonna know.
I don't want to live like that.
But I think about my kids. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm doing this for them, and I kind of spoil them right now.
Everybody.
They're little, right? And I spoil them, and it's like I can't make my 3-year-old do chores. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's still
I
pissing
grew
on
up
the
in
floor.
a farm, so it's
right? Like, what are you gonna do with your kids, even though you can give them everything to keep them? And I know life is probably gonna throw some shitty things at them, because like even no matter how much money you have, no matter how good your relationship is with your partner, whatever, like life will throw some crazy shit at you, right? But I'm like, how do I figure out to put in that work ethic with my kids, or like show them struggle is good and suffering can be good, but at the same time I'm like, I'm working my ass off so that you don't have to suffer and you don't have to struggle, but I think you need that to become something. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I have this conversation with myself and my wife all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like how they will know a struggle. Like, I didn't grow up like on the dirt, but I grew up without like 10 times less, and then something like I always look up and be like, I'm gonna be somebody when I grow up.
Yeah.
But when you grew up around your dad is like this superstar singer and everybody's cool to him, you're like, oh, that's it.
You talking about me?
I'm just talking in general.
Bro, remember when we went to the Angels game?
Yeah.
One guy said, "What's up to me?" 50 dudes fucking got your autograph.
No, I know.
You're the star, bro.
But it's the same.
It bummed me out. I was so pissed, John. You were there. I was like, "Who the fuck is going up to Chito? Nobody knows who the fuck I am." No, I'm just kidding.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like how you tell your kids like this is not normal, and you have to work really hard to get some sort of this, and not just even the tension, but how to make it.
Yeah.
Go work, try to get a house, try to do good. I mean, when I think about around this area, everybody that grew up here is like, they grew up in a bubble.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when was the last time you fucking milk a cow?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And I always ask myself, like, how I balance that so they understand that it's a lot of fucking hard work and suffer a fucking lot.
Yeah, they're young though, so it's like I'll make them get a job. I'm gonna make them work for the shit they want.
100%.
I already decided my kid cannot have a fucking cell phone until she can buy it herself. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Smart.
I can get her an Apple Watch or whatever to make sure I know where she's at. You want a phone? Buy it yourself, because that shit, nah.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, so I'll make them work, but they're too young now for me to actually worry about it too much. But I think about it.
I mean, I got a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and I'm like, it goes so quick. Dude.
Yeah,
it's like it just go over. So that's my biggest prayer. Just someone help me to guide them correctly.
Yeah.
Because all I know is through my experience, but I just want. It's almost like if I could just put my brain on them and be like, hard work.
Yeah.
Buy the mouthpiece and go hard.
Fuck yeah.
In any fucking thing you want, but you have to.
But I feel like me and you are such masochists, man. Like, if somebody tells me something's a challenge, I'm like, all right, I want to do it. I want to experience. I asked the universe, like, whatever you want to call it, years and years back. I said, I want to experience everything life has. And it was like fucked up. It's like asking a genie for something, and then the genie gives you something, and it's like there's a twist to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to experience everything life has. And it was like, okay, I was only thinking about the good shit. It was like, well, everything life has is all this good shit and all this bad shit. And I'm glad I went through it, so I and there's part of me that also is like, I hope I raise my kids good enough to where I could be like, you don't have to fucking work. You can go follow your passions and surf or do whatever the fuck you want and never have to worry about money ever in your entire life, but I need you to be a good human being, right? I just need you to be a good person. But I don't know, is it going to make them a good human being by giving them that freedom, you know?
I mean, probably the best thing is like once they get old enough, like 16, 17, get a full summer job and show me if you can go through. Show me if you can actually impress your boss and be like, actually, you fucking have some grit on you, but that's gonna be hard when they grow up.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, life is not as cute as you think. Fucking put that in your brain, in your subconscious, because it's not as pretty as you think.
Yeah, and I also like, I also don't want them to get caught in the rat race too. You know, I feel like you figured out a way. I was like, I'm never gonna have a 9 to 5. Fuck that. I'm never gonna have a 9 to 5. I'm never gonna have a boss. That shit is not for me. And I found out a way to do it. You know, so I want them to work hard. And I used to dig ditches for sprinkler systems. When I got signed to Warner Brothers, I was in a fucking ditch, digging ditches for sprinkler systems, right? Gave my fucking boss, Bill Bruton, big old handlebar mustache, my shovel. I'm going to tell your dad you quit today. I was like, I got signed on Warner Brothers. My dad's going to be fucking stoked, right? Yeah. Like, I had 3 jobs. Yeah. I was like, and so it's like, I want them to do that, but it's just...
Yeah, there's gotta. I mean, and there's. No
I don't want them to get in the cog. I don't want them to get in the machine, you know, because and be miserable.
Once you fall into the system, you're fucked.
Yeah, I don't think in the West we got. I mean, it's fucking. It's great over here, man. My in-laws are South African, and when people bitch about shit, my father-in-law's like, you guys have no fucking idea how lucky you have it over here. We love America. Go live in South Africa. Go live in Durban for fucking 6 months, where the robbers are the cops are the robbers. There's no fucking water. There's no electricity. And see how shitty America is, you know?
And let me know.
Yeah, and let me know if you want to come back. Yeah, so I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, tell me your complaints here. Okay, let me send you 6 months to that part of the world and just get a job and try to do something.
Yeah, try and get a job.
And then let me know how that go.
Yeah.
Life is tricky, bro. Life is fucking
Everybody's
tricky.
just trying to get through it, man. That's why I just let it happen. I gave up. I was trying to control too much. And that's what was fucking me up. Once I let go of control, like, good things are going to be good, I'll let them go. Bad things are going to be bad, and they'll be gone. I just don't give a fuck no more. Has anybody got cancer? No? Nobody's dying? Exactly. We got food in the fridge. We got a roof over our head. I got a couple surfboards. Okay. All right. Fucking cool.
Why worry about, I mean,
okay.
Why start worrying about the little petty shit that we don't need, but you want to create an image? But I mean, we figured that out. We're not chasing the fucking vicious for one day, because I have told everybody, all my friends, like, dude, this is my dream thing. I'm like, nothing is your dream thing. The moment you get it, you're going to be stoked for 3 hours and be like, I don't really need
this.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just let all go.
Yeah, I had so many milestones that I wanted in my career, and we got them. And it's that cliche. Once I got them, I was like,
it's all right.
And then now I'm like, no, I'm just enjoying it. You know, I'm just enjoying it. So
that's the best way to look at it.
It's hard. It's hard to get there, though.
That's the thing. It's really hard.
Yeah. You got a fight coming up?
June 7.
Who are you fighting?
Mario Bautista.
You're gonna fucking kill him.
I would try my best.
You're gonna fucking kill him, homie.
Someone listen to my boy, please. But no, training camp has been great.
Yeah.
I have my own gym. Coach has been on top of me. The team is nice and strong. Small circle like usual.
Sick.
People happy. Like you say, no one's sick. 2 arms, 2 legs. Go get it.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
No complaints.
Proud of you, buddy.
Hard work. You gotta come check out the gym.
I will, for sure.
So
I'll train.
I mean, I'm happy. You're happy?
I'm happy.
That's all.
You make me happy.
You too, my bro. Thanks for doing this.
Fuck yeah, of course, dude.